Tonight, join Ursula Carlson, James Roque, Reese Matthewson, Brindley Steen and Vaughan Smith as we look back on the week and ask, have you been paying attention? And now, here's your host, Hayley Sproul.
Welcome to Have You Been Paying Attention, the show where we gather 5 news-addicted comedians and validate their addiction by quizzing them on what they've seen. And the winner of tonight's quiz will get an amazing prize.
The almost complete fossil of a triceratops.
Very hard to get. Later tonight, we'll be joined by our guest quizmasters, Ambassador for the National Foundation for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Lily McManus, and after that, by professional boxer Junior Fa. But tuatahiake, let's meet our contestants. Aotearoa's biggest Bunnings fan, Ursula Carlson. He's the Filipino stepson of New Zealand comedy James Roque. The newly married Reese Matthewson. 2021 Billy T Award winner Brindley Steen. And the first face I see every morning, that's right, we're sleeping together, it's Vaughan Smith. Might as well put it out there, Vaughan.
Yes,
you might as well.
See if it catches on.
Reese, huge congratulations, recently married.
Thank you, Hayley.
Very exciting. How was the big day?
Perfect. I was ashamed it was in the morning, but it was just, as soon as I saw my wife, it was the best day of my
Oh,
life.
stop it, Reese. And, of course, the timing was great. You managed to get over to Rarotonga.
Managed to, dodge a cyclone and then community cases, had a great honeymoon, and now I'm back.
It was very relaxing. You went straight back into work?
Now it's straight back to training, using a very inexperienced punching bag. You're very strong.
Oh, sorry. I kicked to the guts.
Yeah, so that's Mecca Jean. She is representing New Zealand at, the World MMA Champs.
Yeah.
And she kicks like a mule.
So that wasn't your wife?
No.
I just thought she was like, I've made a huge mistake. Yeah. I'm going to try to kill him.
Great to have you on the show, Reese. Brindley, speaking of Reese's wedding, you attended?
I did. I was very lucky to be one of the esteemed guests at the wedding of the year. But I made a little mistake. I came into the speeches a little bit late and I just grabbed the first seat that I could see and then I turned around and realised it was a very important seat.
Yeah, was it? Well, let's just have a look at some of the photos. So there's the bride and groom and there's you. You've ruined that photo. You ruined that photo. That's a nice photo of Reese and his new wife, and you've ruined that photo as well. So all the photos, Reese, just ruined by Brindley's presents.
Yeah.
Do you know what that looks like? That looks like Reese's ex who's photoshopped herself. You're still mine, baby.
Absolutely it does. Vaughan, you found yourself scrambling a little bit this week, didn't you?
Yeah, I was at the mechanic and I don't know anything about cars, so I was struggling to explain something. I had taken a photo of it. I believed it to be my most recent photo on my phone, so I opened up my album and had to explain this instead.
This one?
Which is...
Oh, God.
Apparently my daughters were Googling animals with human teeth.
Wow. So you scrolled along to find
Yeah, so then I was like, well, it must be the next photo, and I scrolled across and
Oh, God.
there's a woman with a pig's face and a pig with a woman's face.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it'll be the next one. Hold on there, Gary. But apparently they got back onto the animals with human teeth again and then finally rested on this one.
Oh, I hate those.
And they deleted the actual photo I wanted to show them.
So obviously your girls are not old enough to have their own phone, so they just go on your phone, muck around, give it back, and you've got no
Save
idea.
photos, send it to their pals, and now I'm the creepy fish-tooth, pig-faced feet shoe man.
Yeah, wow. Are you finding yourself a new mechanic?
Yeah, I definitely.
Can never go back.
Definitely.
Enough of you lot. Let's dive into some questions. Hands on those buzzers. Here we go. Our Prime Minister was taking unprecedented action.
A bill of this nature has never been brought before our Parliament, but it is essential.
What is the bill of which she speaks, Vaughan?
It's the bill from Jim's mowing to reso the lawn out front.
Oh, my God, imagine the size of it. Not the bill she's talking of, James?
Cosby.
No, not that bill. Not that bill at all. We don't speak about him. Ursula.
Is it something Russia, like we're gonna ban Russia on everything that we can find?
I'll give you that. It's the Russian sanctions bill, which will sanction those who assist or are responsible for the Russian invasion. Points to yours, Ursh. There was a big unveiling at Parliament.
After a bit of effort.
Oh, What is behind the curtain, James?
A brand new Kia Sorento.
No, not a giveaway, Reese.
A smaller curtain.
That is not a sort of Russian doll situation. Ursula.
No, this is actually a little bit awkward, I thought. Ukraine gave us a gift 8 years ago and we only just unveiled it now. They're coming for a visit.
Yeah, let's take a look, shall we?
Parliament pulled together a show of solidarity, pulling this piece of Ukrainian art out from the vault.
There you go, out here, they got it out of the vault.
Yeah, that's like when your mother-in-law comes to visit. Like, where did I put it?
The opposition is in the news again.
So it's just a very practical, sensible, common sense thing to do.
Practical, sensible, common sense. Reese, what's he talking about?
Probably being CEO of Air New Zealand.
Not what he's talking about for once. Sensible born.
Well, I look like I just came from a National Party conference.
You absolutely did.
It's about these proposed tax cuts.
It is indeed National's proposed tax cuts that were announced on Monday, and Christopher Luxon announced the policy just before his COVID diagnosis, but luckily he kept it very safe.
Hugs and kisses galore. Nationals leader didn't let Omicron stop him from getting close to his supporters today.
Touching, kissing, hugging.
And you've got it. And you've got it. And you've got it.
He's the COVID Oprah.
Yeah. Over to the AM show now.
Is that a fair assessment of it? It shrinks some people's brains.
What shrinks people's brains, James?
Watching the AM show.
Okay. Easy now, Brinley.
Just being a woman?
Yes, it does. Reese?
Going too hard on a scalp massage.
It could do. James.
Is it Rick Moranis, Hayley?
It's not. It is not on the card here. Brinley.
Is it being a woman with COVID?
Well, give me a little...
Having COVID.
Having COVID. Recent studies have shown that even just a mild case of COVID can cause a decrease in brain size and cognitive function. My God.
Gutted.
To conservation news now.
But like a bleating goat, a sort of a...
What is he talking about? Brinley?
Nothing, he's just connecting to the dial-up internet.
Not quite. Ursula?
No, judging by that outfit and the sound, Reese is going to get used to this. He's had an argument with his wife and it says...
He's not talking about an argument with his wife. What is it, Vaughan?
It's the reintroduction of the titi.
It is the endangered titi seabird, which has been reintroduced to the mainland. Points are yours. All right, guys, very exciting. We cross now to my very dear friend, David. Kia ora, David.
Kia ora, my name is David Bremner. I'm the principal trombonist of the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra, and my question is, what have we been celebrating over the last week?
What have they been celebrating? Vaughan.
Is Homeboy Mozart dropping a new EP?
Homeboy Mozart is not dropping a new EP, Reese.
They got to do that one that goes da-da-da-da.
Not quite why they're celebrating. James?
They're celebrating because it's the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra's 75th anniversary.
Let's find out, David.
And the answer is the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra has been celebrating its 75th birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Well done, NZSO, and well done to you, James.
Hope he got another plate to celebrate.
He loves the plates, David.
He loved a wall plate, didn't he?
He does. Some serious questions were being asked on breakfast this week.
Is this a real thing? Are pussies fussy?
Do you reckon Maddie McLean did that just for us so we could use it on this show? What is he talking about there? Ursula, I'm almost afraid to come to you.
I don't know the answer, but I just want to talk about if you are faced with a fussy pussy.
Ursula, we're in part one. I'm just going to stop you there.
Okay.
Head to her Instagram page and she'll
DM me and I will talk you through it.
Vaughan.
Supply chains mean that your darling little cat can't have its favourite whiskers.
Can't have their preferred foods, indeed.
Whiskers? No. Fancy feast.
I think we all know that cats prefer chef. Meow.
Yeah.
It's very weird, though, because fussy and pussy are almost spelt the same, but they sound different.
Well, you wouldn't say a fussy pussy, would you?
It should be a fussy pussy or a fussy pussy.
Well, we don't want fussy pussy. The Queen has moved out of Buckingham Palace permanently. Why? James.
The landlord found out about the blue tack.
Not why she's moving out, Brynlee.
She's been haunted by an old racist white man.
I'm sure she might be.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Long list. Vaughan?
Rena's. She's popping off to another one of her castles while that one gets renovated.
She is. Well, they say permanently because the renovations are set to take 5 years, and let's be honest.
Yeah. They've already locked in a date for a funeral, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. The flowers are all booked and ready to go.
Clone a new one when she dies.
Yeah, we will. She's been moved to Windsor Castle, where she has been working from home.
Working?
In a highly unusual move, Pope Francis has announced he has dispatched 2 what to Ukraine? Brynlee Stent?
Calling birds.
No, not 2 calling birds. What is it? 2, Reese?
Armoured Pope-mobiles.
No, not quite the answer I need here. What is it, James?
It's 2 cardinals.
It is 2 cardinals and 2 cardinals. 3 would be better, am I right, Reese? Reese loves a thruffle. It's time now for a break, but we'll be right back with our guest quizmaster, Lily McManus. Hey, Aquaki Meg.
Welcome to the experiment.
Let's meet tonight's players.
We actually have loads in common.
I was eating chocolate, biscuits, cakes.
You name it. We've all been through it.
What you're saying right now is just flashbacks to my childhood.
I just do a lot of maths at home.
I'm not going to lie to you, I'm pretty proud of myself.
That's a lot of negative energy that could be left over.
For as a human...
Does it get easier with time?
Like, how do we get to that next place?
My plan maximises pounds.
Tailored to your worst fear.
It's wild, it's wacky.
It's like a get-rich-quick scheme.
That's $30.
Well, I tell you what, we better see a bloody shark.
Welcome back to the show. Ursula, I don't think we said it on air, but a happy birthday to you. You had your birthday recently.
Thanks. I don't really celebrate anymore, Hayley. I'm that old.
How old did you turn?
I'm bird bath old, Hayley.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the gifts you received.
Well, my brother popped round and he had bought me a bird bath.
Let's have a look
to my
at it.
surprise.
Oh, very nice. Oh, like a flower, I see.
Yeah. But then my mum also bought me a bird bath for the same birthday. Yeah.
So you're not actually bird bath old, you're 2 bird bath old.
I'm 2 bird bath old. I reckon I'm about 4 years away from getting talcum powder, rose-flavoured talcum powder and monogrammed handkerchiefs.
Wow. Amazing, Ursula. Great gifts. We know what to get her next year, don't we, Vaughan?
Someone's getting 18 wind chimes.
Oh, dear. James Rocco, great to have you back on the show.
Good to be back, Hayley.
You had a bit of a crazy Uber ride recently.
I did. So a couple of weeks ago, I was hanging out with a good friend, and at the end of the night, I couldn't drive home because let's just say I was vibing too hard.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So I had to call myself an Uber to get home, and this was the Uber that picked me up.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Did you have to pay a soilage fee? That would have made me chuck if I was in your state.
No, it was really intense, but like I said, I was vibing, so it was the best trip I've ever had in my life.
Felt appropriate.
Yeah, but it was a little bit awkward.
It's weird to have the lights on and no music at all.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
Very awkward. Actually, Brynlee, I think we've fixed it up for James. Oh. That's better. All right, you lot, it's time to get your booster jab of Botox. It's showbiz. Khloe Kardashian has been criticised this week after she was seen in public wearing what? James?
Billabong board shorts.
Not quite what she was wearing. Brynlee?
Was she wearing Kanye merch?
She was wearing one of Kanye West's hoodies despite her sister Kim's painful divorce. You think the hoodie was bad? Look what was on her feet. Shocking outfit.
Those are Yeezys, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Honestly, they could be, to be fair.
They're toesies.
Yeah. Meet Kiwi band Dick Move. Why have they made headlines this week? Ursula.
They're going to open for a big band.
Yeah. They have been handpicked to open for the Foo Fighters for their Auckland and Wellington shows. Well done.
That's my friend Lucy.
That is your friend
Lucy. We went to
Lucy.
drama school together, and here's the thing. She's the lead singer of this band. Me and her were the worst 2 singers in the class. We're the only 2 who couldn't sing.
Oh, nice way to burn her now.
No. They're a punk band. You don't need to be able to sing to be a punk band. This music video has been called Skin-Crawlingly Horrible.
It's just the start, so GM,
Dick Move would hate that song. Yeah. Wouldn't they? Who is this and what is she singing about? Ursula?
I don't know who that is, but they spend so much time on that pedestrian crossing, you're allowed to hit them with your car.
Not quite the answer I need here, James.
Is this video how it feels to have COVID?
I'm sure it does. Look at it staring at you,
God.
evil. Brindley?
No, isn't that Mark Zuckerberg's sister?
Yes.
They're a really cool family.
Yeah, and what is she singing about?
Oh, crypto.
Yeah, she is. That is
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg's sister, Randy Zuckerberg, promoting cryptocurrency.
Oh, my God. That's a real richest to richest story, that.
Yeah, it is. All right, guys, it's time to bring out our guest quizmaster. She's a reality TV icon now making a difference as the ambassador for the National Foundation for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. Please welcome Lily McManus! Little distance high five. A little bit of that. Welcome back to the show. You've been on before.
I have.
Last time you were on, you were a contestant on The Bachelorette. You've been on The Bachelor. What have you been up to recently?
A lot of therapy in between.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you saying out the back, I just want my private life to be private.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something that could come out of my mouth.
Vaughan, you got a question for Lily?
I was just going to say, if you wanted to avoid your private life being public, you could not do it on TV.
That's a really good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Next question?
Yeah, next question.
You know, I've just been doing the bare minimum, honestly, just not feeding into this capitalist society that we live in.
Fantastic.
Hey, that's like a hard right turn.
Hard left turn, actually, James.
You walked into that one there, Roque. Reese.
Lily, you're an ambassador for the deaf and hard of hearing. Can you teach me any, like, swear words in sign language?
What?
Can you teach me?
I'm kidding. Sorry, it's such a bad one.
It was instantly like, oh no.
Sorry, I'll get this one. Reese, here's one.
Hey! Nice and easy.
Can I just say that if you do manage to find a man now, how helpful that'll be, not being able to hear them drone on about shit day and night.
I can turn
So you
them
wear
off.
you wear a hearing aid?
Yes.
Do you turn them off when you don't want to hear things?
I do. I am very fortunate that I can just take them out. It's like nature's earplugs, you know?
Tell us a little bit about your journey. How old were you when you found out that you were hard of hearing?
So I was 12 when I found out, which is definitely way too late, but my mum just kind of thought I was in my, like, emo, ignore everyone phase, which I was.
Yeah. Have you got any, like, fun stories from being someone who's hard of hearing?
Yeah.
Like one you told me backstage.
I did consent to that. I'm sleeping with my neighbour, and the way that actually came about was, they came downstairs and basically were like, hey, your fridge is beeping. And I was like, He's like, yeah, it's been beeping for the last 5 hours. Thought you were dead down here, so I'd just check on you. But that's when I had to have the conversation that I actually can't hear those frequencies, and I wear hearing aids, and we like banged right then and there.
That'll do it, Roque.
Can I just say, Lily, as your neighbour, it's good to see you again.
It is not James Roque. We do not want any more rumours about her dating life on TV. Hey, this month is Hearing Loss Awareness Month. How can people get involved?
You can donate to charities. Awareness is a huge thing. It's what we're trying to do because it is an invisible disability. The more you can know and educate yourself on, how you can help people who are deaf and hard of hearing, whether it's socially or in the workplace, all of that matters, so...
Love that, Lily. Love that. Great to have you back on the show. Are you ready to ask our contestants our TV questions?
I am.
Right, your cards are in front of you. Take it away.
Here's a spooky clip.
Ara, pataimai. Tenna, kurva. Olite mai taatan.
What are we looking at there?
Vaughan?
Are those the original owners of Ursula's bird baths coming home? Their two favourite brightly coloured bird baths have been stolen.
Not the answer on our cards. James.
Is that a really intense moment from the last finale of The Bachelor?
Not quite the scene we're watching. Vaughan.
That's Behind the Veil, or Beneath the Veil, a new New Zealand horror series.
Oh, what do you reckon, James? You can tie that up for us?
Beyond the Veil, baby.
Beyond.
It is. It's the opening scenes of Beyond the Veil, a new supernatural anthology series on TVNZ On Demand.
I'm looking forward to the sequel, Bed, Bath and Beyond the Veil.
Lily, next question, please.
A new dramatisation of the story of the Tiger King came out this week. What is it called?
What's it called, Bryn?
The Lion King. Oh, no.
That's taken. Occupied there. James?
Right, so the story of the Tiger King is about like a deranged lunatic guy with crazy hair versus old white woman who's corrupt.
Yes.
Is it the 2016 US election?
Hey, there you go. Reese.
Joe versus Carol.
That's correct.
Yes, it is. Joe versus Carol.
RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World wrapped up on Wednesday. Who was crowned the winner?
Oh, Reese.
No spoilers, I'm a couple episodes behind.
Oh, okay. We just
skip it.
No, we're going to do this question. I'm sorry. Just block
Haley.
your ears. Block your ears. Who was the winner, Ursula?
It's like a blue-eyed ranger.
Blue Honey Ranger.
Correct.
Yeah, there you go. You can unblock, Reese. Give him a...
Reese.
It defeats the purpose of the screen there, Brinley. All right, guys, it's time for a quick break. Lily, thank you so much for joining us. Ho mai te pakapaka. Give it up for Lily McManus! Well, brush up on your Duolingo. We're taking a trip around the world. All right, guys, hands on buzzers. Here we go. An interesting sight in Paris this week. What are we looking at there, Vaughan?
A traffic jam because the street is full of Lamborghini.
Oh, Vaughan. There he is. Daddy's back. Brindley?
That's the Tour de Farms.
What has happened to you all, James?
Is that like, you know, in cities and you have like Little Italy? Is this Little New Zealand?
This is not Little New Zealand. Bryn?
No, this is like the France Agricultural Fair.
I'm going to give it to you, Bryn. Those are sheep walking near the Arc de Triomphe on the last day of the 58th International Agricultural Fair.
Yeah, imagine if you were like travelling at the moment and you were a New Zealander, you'd be like, I'm trying to get away from this.
Oh my God, this is what I was running away from. To Canada, where restaurants are pulling poutine from the menu. Why, Reese?
Because it now comes with crackers, Hayley. It's called poutine on the Ritz.
Oh, my God. We'll just let that simmer in the room, I reckon. Vaughan?
Well, they found out the chef that was making it had a little rat under his hat the whole time.
No, it wasn't.
Against all hygiene standards.
That's not quite the answer, Vaughan.
No, it sounds too much like Putin.
Yeah, so to show support to Ukraine, they're removing the name. Now they're just calling it fries, cheese and gravy.
That'll show him.
Yeah, that'll stop a war, won't it? All right, very exciting. We're crossing now to our Australian correspondent, Glenn Robbins. Come in, Glenn.
Hi, Hayley. An Australian man, Josh Eastwell, just finished visiting 282 different Bunningses. Hard to say. Why?
Why did he visit 282 different Bunningses, Reese?
He does not care much for his family.
Perhaps not the answer I need, James.
Nah, he got them all to beat each other by 15%, and now Bunnings owes him $80,000.
No, that's not quite what he did. Brinley?
He was just looking for an 8-inch drill piece for his 64 meg drill kit.
Wow.
You know.
Vaughan, you own a lot of tools. How's she going there?
Oh, it's actually an aisle 27, halfway down opposite the hinge.
Thank you.
Yeah, not the answer I need. Vaughan?
Sausage hunt. He wanted to see who had the best sausage.
Perhaps. Vaughan, let's cross over to Glenn to see if you got the answer right here.
You're right. He had a sausage at every one of them, trying to find the best Bunnings snag. But the real journey was the clogging of the arteries along the way.
Isn't the supplying of the sausage up to the charity collecting? They bring their own sausages, right? Bunnings doesn't supply the sausages.
True.
No, I think Bunnings does supply the sausages.
They get the sawdust from the wood.
I believe that you sort of pay something to get the kit, the barbecue,
Right.
the sausages and everything, and then what you profit on top of that you get.
So Reese and I could pay them a small fee and then spend all day cooking ourselves sausages and eating them outside.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That would be so
Oh,
good.
all
Someone
right, you
rocking up
two.
and being like, I'll have one. Yeah, not for sale, mate.
All right, it's time now for an individual challenge. You've obviously been paying attention to the news, but have you been paying attention to how the news is spelt? It's time to play... Can you spell these words from this week's news? Working on the jingle. All right, team, you know what's happening here. I give you a word from this week's news. You tell me how it's spelt, and let's start with the best speller here, Ursula Carlson. Oh, that was hot.
That was my spelling phone.
That was really hot. All right, Ursula. Dairy producers Fonterra backtracked on their plan to have an International Women's Day panel featuring only male panellists. Simple. Can you please spell for me panellist?
P-A-N-N-E-L-I-S-T. S.
I said spell me panellist. You've spelled panellist. You added an S at the end and an extra N. I'm sorry, you're incorrect there. It is P-A-N-E-L-I-S-T, panellist. No points to you. We're coming to you now, Reese Matthews' son. Reese, 20-year-old Hamiltonian Martin Van Blurk has made headlines for making $70 million from these pieces of art as non-fungible tokens.
Oh, God.
$70 million. Can you please spell for me fungible?
Haley, what are you doing?
I'm just asking you to spell the word
Put two N's in it, mate.
Why are you coming at me with this primary school shit?
Oh, no. We're just walking.
Fungible. F-U-N-G-I-B-L-E. Another one.
10 points to you.
Oh, DJ Khaled.
Well done. All right, Brynlee, let's get this over with, shall we?
Let's do it.
The BAFTA Awards take place in 3 days' time. The nominees for Best Picture are Belfast, Don't Look Up, June, The Power of the Dog, and Licorice Pizza.
Please be June.
Can you please spell licorice? And I will accept either the American or the British spelling.
I don't think that's going to matter.
Give it a go. Licorice.
Licorice. L-I-Q-U-O R-I-S-H-E.
No, Brynlee. No, you were doing so well. So you chose the UK spelling with a Q. The spelling of the name in the American film is spelt differently. L-I-Q-U-O-R is... No, you got there, liquor. Then you...
Oh, I know how to spell liquor.
Yeah. Then you went rogue. It's I-C-E. Licorice. No points, Brynlee.
well.
Not surprising. You hate this game. All right, James Rocker, coming to you now. Controversy in the paleontology community this week. It has been revealed the Tyrannosaurus Rex might be 3 different species. Can you spell Tyrannosaurus?
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Tyrannosaurus.
T. Huh? T. Y. T-Y-R. A. Ty.
Oh, my gosh.
2 A-N-N.
Yep.
A-S-A-U-R-U-S. Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, not an A.
No!
You were so close. T-Y-R-A-N-N. You did well there, eventually.
To be fair, he spelled it for so long, longer than the Tyrannosaurus Rex was alive.
After that, you O-S-A-U-R-U-S. I'm sorry, no points paid to you. All right, finally, Vaughan, can you bring this home nicely? The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky received a standing ovation after addressing British Parliament in the wake of Russia's invasion. Can you please spell Vladimir?
We could probably just go to the ads. See you after the ad break.
Now, it's not Vladimir,
I know
is
it's not
it?
Vladimir. It's a bit more O. There's a bit more O.
Yeah,
O
Vladimir.
Vlad L V. Strong start.
So L, you think...
Vlad V O L O D M O R.
Oh, man. No, you missed 2 Y's in there. I know.
Where did the Y's go?
VOLODYMYR.
Ah, okay. Well, it's probably not the worst thing that's happened to him this week.
Probably not, to be fair. All right, guys, we'll be right back with Junior Far and sport.
Christopher Luxon's relying on a tried and true national policy to win over voters.
He's actually just doing a little bit of business on the lawn at the moment.
This is likely to be a hot topic. He also went on to win gold in wasteful spending.
$1 million a day, each and every day.
If that's not a good omen, I don't know what is.
Yeah. But now New Zealanders have little choice other than to reach
up towards your brain,
but only as a last resort.
Something National says should have happened ages ago.
Welcome back to Have You Been Paying Attention? It's time to bring out our next guest quizmaster. He's a gold medalist at the Oceania Boxing Champs. Please welcome Junior Far! Junior, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. What an entrance.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you so much.
You must be very excited. Big news. You've just announced there's a new fight. Who are you taking on?
I'm taking on this big Aussie, bald-headed fella with tattoos, basically just a normal Friday night down in Christchurch.
Yeah. Is that how you've been warming up? Just heading down?
Yeah, pretty much, you know. But it's this big bloke, Lucas Brown. So it's this big lump from Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm taking him on.
There you go. Well, I wouldn't want to take you on. You've had 20 fights, 19 wins.
Yeah.
10 of those are by knockout.
Whoa.
Dang. That's amazing. That is absolutely incredible.
Look at it. Like a studio full of people going, don't piss him off.
Actually, on that note, I was talking to Vaughan backstage, and he said he doesn't reckon you punch that hard. he reckons that he could take any punch you throw.
I said it. Knock the force out.
Junior, if you could fight anyone, take on any boxer from any time in history or current, who would it be?
I would love... Oh, man, it's a bit scary, but Mike Tyson is the number one.
Careful. Which era Tyson? Like ear-biting Tyson?
Oh, no. Oh.
Or like hangover Tyson.
Any Tyson, really, you know?
You've had such an amazing career so far. What's some of your highlights?
It was my last fight, even though I lost against Joseph Parker. Being at home, fighting at home, walking out into a massive crowd of all Kiwis and stuff. Man, it was awesome. It was awesome just kind of being there, soaking it in, putting on a great performance. I didn't get the win, but that's probably my favourite moment in my boxing career so far.
You did go 12 rounds, though. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean,
12 rounds.
Not much of a loss, is it?
Yeah. But, I mean, like, you know, it was just a good experience.
When you walk out, or when you're choosing a song to walk out to, do you practice at home? Do you just have, like, a Spotify playlist and just, like, go out into the hallway and then just, like, yeah, this could work?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, I do, maybe not the walkouts, but I have practiced my stare downs in the mirror at home.
Oh. Do you just go nose to nose to the mirror?
I was like, yeah, that's the one.
You've got it. What is your walkout song?
My last one was actually Don't Worry, Be Happy.
That's the most terrifying thing.
It's a bit psycho, eh?
100%.
Yeah. What yours be, Reese?
I'm horny.
Because then the whole time your component will be like, no.
Yeah, that's scary.
Junior, such a delight to have you on the show. Are you ready to ask our contestants our sports questions?
I am ready. I'm ready.
All right, guys. Well, mouth guard in and gloves on. It's time now for sport. Junior, take it away.
This was an exciting moment for Katie Martin.
Be able to look up and see mum and dad there, it's just going to be one of those sort of pinch yourself moments.
What is she describing there?
James.
Did she walk in on her parents doing it?
No, she's not talking about that. Ursula?
How dare you? She's friend of the show. That was the Cricket World Cup.
Yeah, and why was it important to her, that particular game?
It's the first time her parents actually saw her play. They didn't know. They knew she liked balls, but they didn't.
What do you reckon?
She was actually talking about playing a Cricket World Cup match in Dunedin.
Which did mean that her parents were there. It's where she's from.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
What do you reckon? You could give her the points for that answer?
Yeah, I'll give it to her.
Oh, there you go. Very generous. I wouldn't. That's why we're different. Take it away.
In the White Ferns win against Bangladesh, Susie Bates became one of only 6 women ever to do what?
Oh, this was amazing. James.
Is it open a jar?
James Rocket. Yes, please,
I'm just
please.
going to push him. It's hard with this, but I can do it.
On the week of International Women's Day as well. How dare you, Reece?
No, she scored 1,000 runs.
Exactly.
Yeah, in the Cricket World Cup.
The Cricket World
Pretty
Cup.
amazing. Points are yours. Well done.
To Pakistan, where this 22-year-old has been turning heads.
At times, people would comment at my height, saying I'm too short, or some would leave comments on my interviews on social media that girls should not be doing this.
What does she do?
Vaughan?
Ventriloquism. But she plays the dummy and the ventriloquist.
No, it was dubbed. Vaughan, that clip was dubbed over. In English translation, dubbed over.
Why do you have to spoil the magic of ventriloquism?
I'm sorry, but it's not on the card.
Ruin everybody's
here.
good time.
No, what does she do? She's very good at it. Ursula.
She's a race car driver.
Yep, exactly. She competes in off-road rally racing.
There you go. Points to you.
Meet Dennis from New Plymouth.
I'd like to use the term privilege, really. That's what I've always used. And
Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh.
What's he talking about there?
What's he talking about there, Ursula?
Well, it's International Women's Day, so it's just talking about being a man.
Not why they were being interviewed there. Vaughan.
That's one of our Paralympians' fathers, isn't it? Corey Peters' dad.
Yep.
It is indeed.
Exactly. Watching his son Corey Peters win silver and gold at the Winter Paralympics.
And another, we'll get that.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Amazing to watch.
Going over to my cousin now, Stephen Adams had a
Are
novel
you part
experience.
of the Adams dynasty?
Well, he's Tongan, I'm Tongan, so we're all... Yeah, that's
Like
how it
they're
works.
family, man. Carry on.
Stephen Adams had a novel experience.
I haven't heard that before. That's awesome, dude. That's sick.
What hadn't he heard before?
Reece.
Now we heard a real Tennessee accent, Hayley.
Wow, unlike that one. What do you reckon?
Yes, yeah, surprisingly, that's it. He's hearing a Tennessee accent live for the first time. Let's take a look.
Talk about growth, the growth with Brandon Clark and Jaron's defensive games. Y'all, as a trio, a big...
Where are you from, bro?
I'm from Tennessee.
Oh, that's a sick accent, bro.
That's amazing. Good on him for bringing both sick and bro over there. Hey, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, a winner will be crowned Junior. Good luck for the fight. Homaiti Pakipaki, give it up for Junior. It's time to bring it on home with a round of Rapid Recall. All right, kids, hands on buzzers. Start that clock now. Bad news for fans of the Inter-Islander Ferry, of which I know you all are. What happened, Brinley?
They hit and killed Oppo.
Oh, my God. No, they didn't. No, they didn't, Vaughan.
You can't get the smell of spew out of that
You
35-year-old.
just can't, can you? Not the bad news I'm talking about. Brinley.
They've stopped floating. Sailing. They've stopped sailing.
Because?
Of COVID.
Yes, there you go. The ferries have been out of action, still floating, I believe, after staff caught COVID. Tough news from Festival Rhythm and Vines this week. What is it, James?
The next festival's lineup's been announced, and it's all white performers, so it's just going to be called Vine.
Not the news they've announced here. Ursula.
Has it been cancelled because of COVID?
It has. It was already rescheduled for Easter after being postponed from New Year's. Now, just simply cancelled.
Is that the answer to everything?
Yep.
But where am I going to sell all that MDMA?
I don't know. Researchers say that they've finally discovered the purpose of Stonehenge. What is it, Reece?
Hinging those stones, Hayley.
Yeah, I need a little bit more detail. Brinley?
It was a calendar. A rustic old calendar.
It was. It served as a solar calendar, in fact, even taking into account leap days.
Do you reckon they got it from that stall at the mall?
Absolutely.
Labradors, One Direction, and a huge pile of stone.
Yeah, like, what's that? I'll take that one. Good news for our Department of Conservation. They have reported 350 sightings of what? Ursula?
Is it kiwis?
No, it's not kiwi. Vaughan?
Maui dolphin sightings.
Maui dolphins, yeah, or hectors. It comes after Doc requested people report any sightings of the rare species to them. This Wellington protester has had to come forward after others in the movement accused him of what? James?
Knowing how to read.
Not quite what they accused him of. Ursh?
No, that he's like an undercover police officer or Clark Gayford or you know, Jesus Christ Superstar, everyone.
Yeah, they thought he was a mole or a police plant trying to stir up chaos. He says he was just an ordinary protester. He was also accused of being Clark Gayford. Donald Trump has suggested what highly illegal strategy to fight back at Putin? Bryn?
Jaywalking?
Highly illegal indeed, but not the answer, Brynley.
Copyright infringement?
No. Sort of think a little bit bigger than that, Vaughan.
Wasn't he keen on taking US jets and disguising them as Chinese jets and then bombing Russia, so Russia was of the opinion China had bombed them and not the US?
Points are yours, using them to, quote, bomb the shit out of Russia.
How is this man not still president?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well done, Vaughan. Points are yours. Meghan Markle is being sued by her sister Samantha over what? Reese?
A jacket she borrowed in 2006.
Not quite something bigger than that. Still a bit petty, to be honest. Vaughan?
How much better looking Meghan is?
Yeah, she is hot AF. Ursula?
No, it's because of some stuff that she said on Oprah about how unhappy she was and how her sister's a real bitch.
Yeah.
And now her sister's come out to prove it.
There you go. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's over the Oprah interview with Samantha claiming it was defamatory for Meghan to say she overcame a difficult family situation.
And now the difficult family situation's suing her.
Yeah, there you go. A man in the US is facing up to 20 years in prison after spending his $100,000 COVID business relief loan on what? James?
1 litre of 91 unleaded.
Yes. Nearly getting there. Ursula?
No, well, we all spent it on hookers and blow.
No, not hookers and blow. Vaughan?
That was a Charizard card.
It was a single Pokemon card, and in fact, it was a Charizard. Charizard.
In his defence, now he can beat all the gym masters, the Elite Four, and that's when the money really starts rolling in.
Yeah. It's been revealed that Kris Jenner has an entire room dedicated to displaying her collection of what? James?
Daughters?
Not a collection of daughters. Reese?
Teeth?
Not teeth.
Bones and
not,
teeth.
Not bones and teeth. In Kris Jenner's special room, Brindley.
Was it China?
It was fine China
Fine
indeed.
China.
Reported to be worth over $170 million US.
Too much.
Spotify users were upset on Wednesday. Why? Reese?
The new Joe Rogan podcast wasn't out yet.
No, not why they were upset. James?
No, it went down.
It went down, man.
It was so annoying.
Yeah, it was, eh? The service was down for around 3 hours. A new line has been added to the London Underground, the first time in more than 40 years. What is it being called, this new line? Reese?
Do you fucking want some?
No. Not the name of the new line. Named after a very famous Londoner, Vaughan.
The Prince Andrew line.
Oh, no. I hate to say you're heading in the right direction, but somehow you are. Brindley?
As the Elizabeth line.
Points are yours. This rock has got a lot of people talking in Japan. Oh, that sound brings us to the end of the show. Let's check the final leaderboard. And our winner tonight is Vonnie Smith.
Wind down my window. Hi, won.
Thanks.
Just one window better.
Congratulations to our winner and thank you to everyone for playing tonight. We'll leave you with this reminder of the need to pay attention when delivering COVID news.
Daniel Andrews has announced that Victoria's lockdown will be extended until 2070 of the state. Until 20... Sorry, no, it won't.
Hard times ahead. Next week, Ursula and Vaughan head up against Chris Parker, Laura Daniel and Josh Thompson. We'll see you then. Hey, kola!